We got a good panel today, guys, of a lot of local businesses. I'm pretty sure you guys already know the guys, but if you guys don't know, we're going to let them introduce themselves right now. My name is I am Jose Barber from Capsule Talk. You guys can go check us out on YouTube. Go hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys.
What's going on? This is David from House of Gains.
What's up? I'm Alex from GORDOS Hot Chicken.
I'm Mario from GORDOS Hot Chicken.
I'm Byron from RETOUR and Dated and Faded Night Market.
My name is Ryan from RETOUR and Dated and Faded also.
Okay. Let's start off with you guys. What kind of inspired you? I know we do different things. What inspired you guys to start off what you're doing right now?
I think it's kind of like this, which is community. And we are in the gym space, at least when we were early on. And, I won't say where we were from, like in terms of what gyms we went to, but some of the larger facilities that didn't provide community and like the environment that they were providing was not to the level that we wanted. And some other leadership things within the businesses and stuff. So we decided like there's no one from Wainimi or from Oxnard who created like a small private facility. So for us, it was more like trying to bring the community and a better environment to like the fitness gym, community locally, at least in Oxnard or Wainimi.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So that's what inspired you, what to open your first location? That's tight. That's tight.
One big thing for us was representing Oxnard, right, in a right way. Hot chicken is very popular, especially during COVID. That's when you saw more hot chicken left and right. And we knew that it was only a matter of time until LA or other franchises came to Oxnard. So we really wanted to represent Oxnard and give back to Oxnard. And we've been able to do that through GORDOS Hot Chicken. And it's been fun meeting a lot of great people, a lot of like fun experiences, a lot of like learning lessons. Almost every day it's a learning lesson, but also at the end of the day, you get a kick out of it. And it's fun meeting the community and just making friends left and right.
And a big aspect of it was during COVID when a lot of businesses were struggling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to get back to the community. Before GORDOS, we were like, well, I mean, we don't have a lot of money. What's a good way to make money? And we were like, well, let's start the hot chicken before LA comes over here. Mm-hmm. And we've been able to do toy drives, school drives, and just get back to the community.
Yeah.
Got bread.
Oh, one of the biggest things for me and Byron was doing something like this, right? I feel like bringing the community together and kind of giving a house for almost like everything was really lacking in Ventura County. So like housing vendors, food trucks, even David, like I want to showcase his like talents, so like I wanted Dated and Faded to be like a culmination of everything that Ventura County has to offer. And I think that was our biggest inspiration for that. I mean, obviously RETOUR, we love clothes, and that's just an extension of what we do now. I think this is our bigger picture at this point. Yeah.
And what would you guys say is like a big instrumental strategy in like your business, like that brought success to your business now? Like what was something like just like a big instrumental strategy that you guys use?
For us, it really again, we structure our business around community. Mm-hmm. So like hosting events like this we do for our yearly anniversaries and giving back to the community and things like that, where we kind of like try to go above and beyond and make personal connections with all of our members. So whether it's like calling them for their birthdays or whatever it might be, or calling if we don't see them, or sending cards, whatever it is, like that's kind of what we did. That's one of the biggest strategies that has made our business successful, is like just bringing more community, more engagement between the members. And then it just kind of grew from there. So we have just an amazing team, and our general manager, she's awesome. And the members kind of just took it and grew with it. Now they're all friends. Like everyone's cool. You walk in and it's kind of like a family. So that's really what our biggest strategy was just to make people more connected together.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Because, once everybody's connected and work together, I guess, you guys understand the end goal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, one big thing for us has been, in a way, community, but as far as like our friend group, in a way, like without our friend group and our supporters and tapping into like your circle, we wouldn't really be here right now. So like shout out to everyone that like supports and like loves our food, because we put like love into it. So it's nice to get the love back. And honestly, just tapping into the friends, you know, and like this person shouts you out or this person, and that's helped us grow a lot. And I'm very thankful for that.
That includes a lot of collaborations. You know, we
Yeah.
try to put as many people as we can on.
Yeah.
We tell everyone like if you can use us for your advantage, set up anything in front of our food truck, whatever
Yeah,
you're
that's
selling, you
tight,
know.
yeah.
And it's mutually beneficial, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
It always works out for both of us.
Yeah.
One of our biggest things was giving a platform to people who don't have a platform. So like, if like there's so many creatives out in the community in Ventura County that have things to show people but don't have the voice to say it, right? So the biggest thing was cultivating that community for like one of our biggest ethos is the South Side's for lovers. So the South Side of town, like that's why, dude. You're in the South. That you're the only gym in the South, so that's freaking sick.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true, right?
biggest like that was the biggest thing. So like giving the voice to the people who don't have it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and then with that gym that you got any you want to update the people on that? I know you update them on the gram, but
I mean, we're like maybe T-minus 3 months out, so
okay.
like for sure we'll be open by July. But yeah, we're excited. We're every day there's people in there working and we're jamming right now,
that
so
thing's
we're
huge.
excited.
That thing's huge. It's a
Finally
huge
glad to have
facility.
something in South Oxnard, bro.
Yeah, that's tight. That's really tight.
Hell yeah, man.
That's tight. And so like with you guys do you guys plan on anything like expanding the truck? Anything you guys have in the works?
Well, we're always just trying to lock in on the next step, you know. So
Okay.
always looking at new places, new locations, and it's just about finding the right spot, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe a second food truck, you know, it just depends. Whatever comes our way, whatever God wants to bless us with.
That's true.
I mean, we could say right now, we're working on the second food truck. By April, it should
Yeah.
be up and running. You know.
Nice. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good
So
stuff.
I mean, like he said, I mean, we're thankful. God blesses us a lot, you know, and we're able to give back to the community, and it's just we're just grateful, you know.
Yeah. Well, I have a question for you guys. I'm gonna
go ahead,
like
go
tap in a little bit. So I know we've talked about it before, but what made you decide to go second food truck instead of like a physical location?
Great question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Pretty much, brick and mortar. It involves way more steps with the city, which means blueprints, permits, and it's maybe like 5 times more expensive.
Yeah.
And even though you invest all that money, it's not a guarantee that the city or the health department, Ventura County Health Department, is gonna allow you to open.
Yeah.
So food trucks is just quicker, less money invested, and a big thing is you're portable. You can go anywhere.
Yeah, moving
That's
real
true.
estate, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So every they both have their pros and cons, you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, one thing is, like, no restaurant is perfect. It's either parking or the rent is super high, or it's like, you know, a lot of work needs to be done. And with a food truck, it's kind of fresh. You start fresh, you're ready to go in a couple of months, and yeah, you customize it to whatever you want. You upgrade it as you go, and you can just move if the location doesn't work out for you, and then you're able to take advantage of like events and like cool events here and there without having to pretty much give up your main spot, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because no, you guys are basically permanent right there at that one spot too, huh? So that's also really cool too. That you like less overhead and then you're basically permanent at one
And
location.
that's a cool part about it. When we first opened up right there, for anyone that doesn't know where we set up in between Lemonwood and Diamond Bar, as pretty much far south as you can get in Oxnard, next to like a busy street. And everyone told us that's a horrible spot. Why are you guys opening there? No one's gonna go. But yeah, we have like UFC fighters pull up to South Oxnard, boxers pull up, people from Thousand Oaks, like other states, Arizona, that see our reels, and they all go to South Oxford, and that makes us feel good because we're putting the city on in a way, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just a good feeling that South Oxnard gets the benefit of it, you know.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And then in the process of in the process of building a gym, is there any troubles and tribulations that you had to go through, like your first gym?
Yeah, well, with the first gym, the first gym there was definitely. I think
I
having
know you were open through COVID. You had to deal with that COVID situation.
Yeah,
right?
that
That
was
was a big deal.
I could write a book on that, man.
Yeah.
That was wild. Yeah, that's a whole documentary in itself.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, through owning, like what they were saying with owning a brick and mortar, like we've already gone through 4 or 5 situations with the new location where it was like a make or break where we'd have to close the location down. Through like we're going through a plumbing situation which we just got passed on, but I mean just things like parking doesn't pass and having to get permits for parking and things like that. So that's why like the moving real estate makes a lot more sense for business like that.
Yeah.
But the brick and mortar is definitely tough. Getting in there, then you have to do all the renovations and the city, man, the city doesn't make it any easier. That's for sure.
That's true too. Cause like you as a gym, I'm pretty sure you have to do things like I see you do a lot of things on social media, just to like attract more business. Cause there's so many competition as well. Like, is there anything specific that you find that works well?
Well, I definitely think that being in the south side of Oxnard helps. Like,
okay.
I think that you always hear a lot, like people, they get successful and then, I'm not saying specifically to where we live, but they move to the north. In this case, it is North Oxnard.
Yeah.
And so there's a huge gap in South Oxnard and people reinvesting back into, the community.
Yeah.
Is that when we got bigger and we grew our business, we're like, well, we're not going to grow and leave. We're going to grow and stay and continue to grow in the local. So that's like one of our biggest strategies, just staying local, just in general.
Okay.
So, and then, through the other strategies like community and stuff, that's kind of helped, bring our business along.
The location is so prime, man. Like,
Yeah, it
that's
is,
like,
right?
That's
What's wild is it was open, like that location was available for like 4 years. And my wife and I looked over it like 4 times. We're like, I don't know. And then finally we like called them like, let's just go check it out.
Yeah.
And we walked in and I was like, that's it. Like, this is it, bro. Like, we're
it's
locking
huge.
it in.
I remember
Yeah.
I was
Huge,
in there all
right?
the time when it was a Goodwill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the building owner got annoying. Like, he got really annoyed of us because I was hitting him every week. You sign the lease. Come on, sign the lease, bro. Like, so we're excited.
That's tight.
beautiful, man.
That's a pretty prime location.
And how big is it compared to the original location?
So right now our current location is like a little, like right at 4,000, like a little under, a little over. The new one's about 13,000, so it's about 4 times the size.
Dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go.
Yeah, we're excited,
That's
bro.
huge.
We're really
That's
excited.
beautiful, man.
And is there anything that you guys are adding to it that you don't have? I'm pretty sure you're adding a bunch of different things, but is there anything like specific that you're excited for?
Yeah, we have some stuff. We kind of previewed a little bit on our social media, the secret rooms and stuff that we're working on and stuff, more that the members are going to get out of it. But I think that's kind of the fun, is that members don't know what it is.
Oh,
But
okay.
more than that, we're
So stay
quadrupling
tuned.
equipment. So,
Okay,
we're putting
yeah.
like 4 times the amount of equipment in there. And so it's just more space, turf, more equipment, like just better things. Yeah.
That's true. That's tight. Yeah, that's tight. Cause like once you have a lot of space, dude, it's endless ideas you could do.
Exactly.
Right? And it's especially when you have a lot of inspiration out there. That you see a lot of big. Obviously, like in every category, there's always somebody that's inspirational to us.
Yeah. And like to anyone that wants to join a gym, I was bouncing around from gym to gym for like 2 years. I was at UFC at 24. I was gonna sign up for other gyms, and then honestly, at first I was a little bit intimidated to go to House of Gains. Because like obviously on Instagram, you see 800 pounds on deadlift and squat, and I was like, I'm not ready for that, And then David said,
Ryan blends in right there, huh?
Right?
Yeah, David, it's like, just come and work out with us. And I'm in there, 3 days?
You're almost all 5 days of the week, bro.
Yeah, I try, but it just feels right to be in there, I don't know.
That's
I can't
tight.
explain it, but it's a badass feeling. That's it.
Thank you, bro. It means a lot, bro.
Yeah, and so and then for you, RETOUR, what kind of inspired you guys to go the route that you guys been going and just go like get a private little studio instead of just straight.
Shoot, let's bring it back to the roots. You gonna hold this one down, Byron? That story we've told so many times.
I mean, we first started like in a conversation on Twitter, and I was just posting pictures of like vintage clothes I was finding, and I was like, damn.
What year was this?
I don't even know, like
2014,
2014 or 2013, and I was like, dang, I'm finding all these clothes that don't fit me. Like, should I start selling them? And then he hit me up on the comments. He's like, bro, let's start something. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And then,
That's tight.
so we did start out selling vintage first, and then we just kind of ventured off trying to make our own original clothing, and then it just kind of took off from there. And I'll leave it to Ryan on that.
Yeah. So I mean, vintage is really a big part of what we do. Obviously, we cater to a lot of the vintage vendors here, and we want to keep that part of the brand alive. But I felt like there was a hole in the clothing market, right? Because I'm short, so I've always had to alter my clothes to fit me right, you know. So, and I've always liked to like, oh, maybe this logo would look better if it was this big, or if it fit like this, if the arm length was like this, and then no one was really serving that like cut and sew type market. Because back when we started making clothes, even finding like a vintage wash was like so hard. Like the cracking on your like just to do that, like dude, I would go to the screen printer and they'd be like, oh, we can't do that. Like why would you want it to be used? Like why would you want it to look used? You know, like so like they would always give me a hard time, and I was like, oh, that's we're trying to make it look old because that's where the market is going. Yeah. And then now the boom of vintage, and now it makes sense, right? So like yeah, it all ties hand in hand when we like the vintage like roots, and we want to keep that alive in what we make as our original product.
Yeah, that's tight. And then for you guys, for the future, like, what would you guys think is like beneficial for you guys would you guys think it'd be beneficial to open up like a store, or what do you think, or just continue to just do what you're doing now?
It's tough to say because in the retail space, like, online e-commerce is killing everything.
Yeah,
like,
that's true, huh?
That's why like having a brick and mortar is just, it kind of doesn't really make sense in the grand scheme of things, unless you're like giving a service. So like for David example, you can't have a virtual gym.
Yeah.
but like if we're selling clothes and like we're doing markets, it's kind of like a physical, you know, but it's true. Not like you don't have to always show up and be there and it always like have to worry about that overhead, you know.
Yeah, so. That's facts. That's facts. That's true, man.
Real quick, David, how did you guys come up with House of Games? Because you said it was on Twitter, right? Where you guys? Yeah. We were playing GTA on the Xbox. Where when we came up with the idea for GORDOS, what was?
You know, I don't. We get asked this a lot, and I don't think there's like a set way. I just remember when I was like, all right, fuck, we're gonna open a gym. Like that's, I just knew I wanted to be a business owner, and I was at school, and I was like, this college sucks, bro. I'm not gonna do this no more. And I think there was, I know it sounds crazy, and there was a meme circulating around from this guy named Robert Frank. You've ever seen him? He's like he's always like making like gym videos. He's some old dude with a bandana. And he's always like screaming at the camera and shit, like funny videos though. And I think he mentioned House of Gains once, and it just kind of like stuck with me. And so I don't know why, bro. It was like stuck in my subconscious mind. So when I went to go open a gym, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do House of Gains, and we bounced through like 10, 15 other like ideas. And I was like, no, like this is it, bro. Like when you should go with it, like gut feeling, that was it, bro. Yeah. So that's what it was. Maybe it was a meme, bro. I'll just call it a meme. That's what it was.
That was tight. And then for like say anybody that maybe is in your guys' footsteps, what's something, you know, inspirational that you guys would say, you know, to keep them pushing, you know, in the hard times, you know, because I know there's those slow days, you know, that make you doubt what you're doing, you know. What's something that you guys would tell them?
For sure, mine is just do not invest money. Just start from nothing. When we started GORDOS, I had like $30 in my bank account, and wow. And we went to Ralph's. Man. Yeah, we went to Ralph's, and I remember I bought spices to make the sauce. The total was like $28. I was like, woo, you know, just snowball it. You don't have to start crazy, you know, just little by little. That's my tip.
He put the salt in his pocket, by the way, guys.
Oh yeah, and even then he was saying, "You're gonna give me half, right?" You know? We had to max out our credit cards and everything, you know, for like a couple of months. But honestly, as far as like a bad day, it's always gonna be a bad day in a sense, but it's just the way you see it, you know, like. Obviously, like for example, like we have a nail in our tire, and it's all right, fix it. You can't just let it slow down the day or stop the day. You know, don't let it ruin your day. And like whatever situations come your way, it's just about overcoming it. And and it happened for a reason. You got to keep it pushing, to be honest. And once you figure that out, you kind of just don't let it affect you. You're either gonna let it eat you up or just brush it off and keep it moving, you know? So, yeah, that's really important.
There's a saying, I don't know who said it, but it goes, don't let the arrow hit you twice. If you run into a problem, it's gonna hurt you once.
Yeah.
Don't let it hurt you again. You know, just take
That's
it, fix
good.
it, and
You heard
just
it
keep
here.
moving. You know. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, I have something to say. I mean,
Yeah, go.
like, it might look like it's all sunshine and rainbows, but dude, back end stuff is ridiculous, right? Like, I think we obviously not everybody shares that as a business owner, and having to deal with all the like, dude, taxes, like, bro,
Don't even get me started.
Quarterly
It
taxes
was
suck.
just tax season, so
All right.
yeah, dude. Like everyone is running around with like, oh, it's tax season, but as a business owner, you're like, oh, it's tax
Like,
season.
fuck, it's
Yeah,
tax
it's like the
season.
opposite, you know
That's
what I mean?
true.
So like that stuff, and like there's gonna be downs. Like, so when you're trying to pursue your dream, I'm assuming this is your guys' dream, right? Like, so when you're pursuing your dream, you want to understand that there's going to be downs, and there's going to be downs, like really bad downs. Like there's been times where I'm like, damn, how am I gonna pay for the next collection? I have this idea, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have the funds to maneuver this thing. And it always works out, dude. Like you kind of just have to stick it through. I think being an entrepreneur and being a business owner, it's like 85% like endurance and like not giving up. That's like one of the biggest things, you know.
Yeah.
So keep going. Understand that there's going to be downs, and when there's ups, it's freaking lit, you know.
That's true,
So like
right?
enjoy and be present in the litness. You know what I mean? Like
Love that.
right?
Yeah.
I have questions for David.
What's up, bro?
Dude, because I think opening a gym is so sick, dude. Like, what's like the biggest hurdle for you as a brick and mortar owner?
Well, I mean, I think doubling back on what you said about the downs and what you guys, it kind of couples together because they were talking about like, you know, start from zero.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we did. You know, we took a loan out for equipment, and then, you know, we had cash on the side that I had saved up, or like parents had that they had for, you know, hey, there's some extra money that you had for education. I didn't need because I didn't have to worry about college.
Nice.
But, you know, you start, and we were taking loans out to pay for our rent. Because when we started with 0 members, like I wasn't smart, bro, and I still don't think I'm that smart.
Oh,
but
dude.
we started, bro. We didn't do pre-sales like other gyms and things. So we started like day one, we opened the doors. Actually, we did like a free weekend beforehand, and like 300 people showed up. And it was balling. It was
dang.
dope, dude. And day one opened up, and like 10 people showed up. And it was like, fuck, dude. Like I should, pardon my language, but like I should have done pre-sales, these things, you know. And I think we had 14 members sign up the first day. So we had, I mean, there was time periods. She could remember, my mom could remember, where I'd be in there for 6 hours at a time, and not one person would show up. Like, imagine being your own brick and mortar business. Like, this place is dope, and there's no one in there for like 6 or 8 hours.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the struggle, is like you have to go through those times.
Mm-hmm.
And so when everyone says there's ups and downs, I think that you just got to be realistic. There's like, it's literally 90% downs and 10% ups.
Yeah.
Like there's very, very little times where like there's a lot of upside.
Yeah.
So getting through those time periods, and now like our busiest day the first year was like 20 people will come in on a Monday, which was like our busiest day.
Nice.
And now we have like 150 people that come in on a Sunday, which is our slowest day now.
Wow.
So it's
Dude,
just one of those things where like, be realistic. It's going to be, whatever however hard you think it's gonna be, multiply that by 1,000, and then get kicked in the chin 10 times, and then it's gonna be like 10 times worse than that, and that's just kind of how it is.
When we started, I couldn't sell 10 T-shirts, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
right.
you could just the overhead alone for 10 T-shirts is like ridiculous, you know. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
like dude, it's hard, and having that overhead that you had to worry about, like with like utilities, the rent to be at that space, I'm sure it wasn't cheap. So kudos to you, man. That's
Thank you, I
awesome.
appreciate
Yeah.
that. Well, look what you created, dude. So
thank you.
That's true. And so, like, how do you guys leverage social media?
Oh, that's a good question. Dude, that's like the biggest thing now as a business owner, I think, because like you needed people to see you, and that's like I talk a lot about ad funneling, like, so that's kind of what this is like. So people come because it's dated and faded, right? But then like, oh, okay, who's throwing the event? So it
true.
funnels that way. So that's kind of like how I like to like advertise and do it like that.
That's tight. And then you do also like try doing like giveaways and stuff like that too? Or
Yeah,
what?
we do a lot of giveaways too. And then like having Byron's business, he does dance for like local.
I know. I just.
Yeah, let's have you
That's
talk about that.
today.
You haven't even said anything about that, bro.
Right? Yeah, I was like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I have my own business called Alias Dance Family. I've been teaching underprivileged youth hip hop dance lessons for 20 years now. So I've taught over thousands of kids in the 805. Still doing it. They're here today too. So yeah.
That's tight. So how do you guys utilize social media?
So for social media, it's cool when you have your own business because you can do whatever you want marketing wise, right? Like, so us, it's funny because I mentioned earlier we've had UFC fighters come out to South Oxnard, and everyone says, "How did you do it?" and everything. It's just like, whoa, straight up, we just send our favorite fighters a DM. And they respond and they come out.
See, dude,
That's
the fact
dope.
that you gotta reply is
Yeah.
lit.
Yeah, that's
Like,
dope.
That's true, right?
And it's cool because a year ago, Jermaine Sterling, he was a UFC champion, like the #1, like he had the belt. And he ate our food. We took pics with him, and it's just cool. And it's just try whatever you want, do whatever you want, and something's gonna work. You know, don't be afraid. And tell them how you gotta show your face.
Oh yeah, you gotta show your face. You know, people gotta like know who you are in a way. You gotta be present, and you have to kind of just connect yourself to people. I think showing your face allows you to. It becomes a topic of conversation. It's like obviously, if people are looking at you on Instagram, they say, "Hey, I know you from somewhere," and then obviously they say, "Well, maybe you know me from the chicken," and then it's like, "Hey, you're the chicken guy," you know. So it happens all it happens all the time, and it's fun because you make a friend left and right. You know, it's like I meet so many people, like even if it's just at the gas station or if I'm at Sam's Club or getting supplies, and it's like I know everybody and like everyone's just like a friend, you know. And then you offer people a play if you have stickers on you or whatever, and it just helps you grow. And piggyback on what you said, it's really just trying new things because at first when we first started the Instagram page, I remember I wanted to be in charge because I thought I was the more experienced, you know, and because at the time I had like a marketing, it was an internship that led to a job, but I was working for a publishing company, and obviously if you're in a publishing space, you're gonna be as corporate as possible, and that's what I wanted to do with the chicken page, and then eventually he was like, "I'm in charge," and I was like. At first, I was real hesitant. I was like, no, I got to be in charge of everything, you know? And then eventually he took over and I just stepped back from that and his ideas and just trying new things. And that just helped. And just stand there with a plate like this. And that's all, you know? Like, yeah, exactly. It's like, 20,000 views, you know? So it's really cool just to try it.
I want to piggyback off that. Like, so you said Mario took over his social media, right? So how do you guys handle delegation? That's one of the biggest things me, Byron, and Stevie are trying to figure out because Byron specializes in like performances and everything. So like has 10+ years of doing like performances, staging, all that stuff. So finding the delegation was really important. Like everyone has a role. So how'd you guys do that?
So I think the first week we started the company, me and him got together and we were like, hey, right now we're agreeing, we're killing our ego. It's gone. We're gonna ego check each other whenever we feel like we're acting up, and there's no like we're just everything's on the table, like money, like just checking each other. There's no topic that's banned from talking with each other, right?
Yeah, that's good.
And that's helped us a lot because we just like if one of us is having a bad day and like we're acting up, you know, it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
All we gotta say is, "Hey, ego check," and that you know what that means, right?
Yeah.
And then also it's on me and on him to like kind of let go of what you're not good at and like step up to where you're good at.
That's good.
And
Yes.
talking with each other about it, you know, because like the marketing, it's just like silly ideas, right? That like I like editing the videos, I like making the graphics, I like drawing.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna step up on this, and you like you can take over like the back end stuff, you know, like the taxes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's just we have that conversation. It has to be 100%. Everything's on the table, an open dialogue. Because if there's topics you're afraid to talk about, you're just gonna build resentment, and it's just gonna lead to nothing good, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's
And
true.
I think since we're a duo, one thing that has helped me at least just realizing that one day I'll do more, another day he'll do more.
Yep.
And I can't get mad if I'm running from store to store to store while he's doing something at home. And if I start getting mad over that, then the day's not gonna get done. And at the end of the day, all the tasks need to get done no matter what. So it's just realizing that if you got to do a little bit more today, it's fine, because maybe, you know, while you go home or whatever, he's still working on social media. And so once I realized that, I was like, all right, like it's a team, and that's it.
Nice.
That's true.
Did you feel like you found a spark in like the social media presence or like engagement when you kind of not work corporate? Because I feel like I hate that. I hate being corporate, you know, because I have a corporate job, you know, outside of what we do here, and being corporate sucks. So like this is like my unplug, right? So what was the change between, like, say, your corporate marketing as opposed to like maybe breaking that fourth wall and like getting people to know you or like your business more personally? Did you see a shift there?
Well, we both went to school for marketing, right?
Okay.
And that's the thing where I agree with you, where school doesn't really teach you much.
Boo.
Yeah, because we went to CSUN and they told you, oh, you got to be like very corporate. You gotta do like this and that. When we were following that guidelines, our marketing's like sucked straight up. When we strayed away from it and started doing what we wanted, like our funny videos, like for St. Patrick's Day last year.
I threw in a whole leprechaun outfit. You can find it on the reels too if you want to look
I'm
at
gonna
it.
scroll back, bro.
Yeah, I was actually gonna wear it today just because it's St. Patrick's weekend, so I was gonna wear it again today. But it was fun, you know.
Yeah. So just that's what I mean. We're just try anything and everything.
Have fun with it, right?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the biggest thing.
You have to have fun with it and show your personality because that's what people want to see. You get me?
Yeah, I think people sometimes are too worried about looking cool. And I feel like if you look too cool, it's not cool no more. You know what I mean? Like if you know you're trying too hard and you're like, damn, dude.
Yeah, and I wanted it to be like super clean and edited and cause from whatever experience I had, you know, it's like you have three people like looking at like pretty much like to approve it, you know, and then it's like, all right, well, that's what I'm trained in, that's what I should do. And then eventually we're just goofy with it, and that's all right. Like eventually, like once we passed that company and followers on Instagram, I was like, damn, like it worked out, you know.
Yeah, you guys can't tell me shit now.
And before it was like, oh, Alejandro, you shouldn't use that word.
Yeah, because there's so many different trends, right? In like the gym culture, the you know, the food culture, the clothing.
Yeah.
Like, how would you guys say that you guys stay on top of the trends and like you know, just to continue to push your business?
Oh, we try to do the opposite. So we try to, like, I feel like there's so many clothing brands now that we want to be the pioneers to do something. So I guess it's kind of different in case to case for businesses. Yeah, but like how we operate, like we kind of stay true to us. Like we make what we like first, and then we gotta obviously sell the product, so it has to be tangible to everybody else. So this is what we like. This is how we look at it, and then how do we make it like easily digestible to everybody else? Right. Yeah. So that's kind of how I approach like collections and stuff like that.
That's true.
For us, trends for social media, everyone do the trends, right? They're trends for a reason.
Yeah.
It's gonna get more eyes on your product, whatever you're selling.
Yeah.
But for food wise, we can't really do trends because we sell, right? Food.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is we can't change up our ingredients or anything, because if we cheapen up on an ingredient, we can lie and say, oh no, it's the same ingredient, but if you get heartburn out of it or something like that, you know, like you just can't lie about food.
That's true.
But for social media trends, do all of them. Like, you kill your ego and do the funny TikTok dance. You get me? Because like you could either be cool and broke, or like doing the TikTok dances and, you know, like, yeah.
Well, yeah, just trends.
I was gonna say the opposite for us, because I feel like when you're a brick and mortar, at least, like trends, I can't sell a gym membership to someone like across the country. So to me, like trends, building our following doesn't really do anything for us.
True, right?
So for us, it's like, okay, well then, how are we gonna get people in the door? And like what they were talking about earlier about like the gym being intimidating, things like that. So our strategy was like not really about trends. It's like, well, how do we make people feel like the people that come to our facility are regular people, and they're not like these big bodybuilders or whatever it might be. So our strategies aren't even based on trends. It's based on, like, if you look at our videos, we just interview members, we interview people, and we do funny videos or whatever it is, so that people feel like, oh damn, like the people that go to their gym are just like me. Yeah. So like, even though some of our videos might get a lot of views because they're funny or whatever, but following trends like doesn't build businesses. At least in the brick and mortar service based business.
That's true.
It's more personal, huh? Like when you don't, or when you don't follow the trend and you're like less I think one of the biggest selling points of House of Gains is that you guys aren't a chain.
Yeah.
Like I love that. I think that's awesome because like the fact that you guys are like a local gym is a big selling point. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
And one thing both of you guys do really good is hyper target the 805, right?
Yeah.
Because your videos target like locals and yours do too.
Yeah.
And that's very, very important because what you said, there's no point in gaining a follower from Louisiana if they're not, you know?
Yeah.
That's fact.
Like no one from Louisiana is gonna buy an Oxnard hoodie, you know. So
Not yet.
not yet, maybe. There's
true.
people buying Crenshaw stuff.
That's
so
what
that's
I was
kinda
gonna say
like,
that too, right?
You know.
That's tight. Well, I really appreciate you guys for coming on to today's panel, bro. For the first dated panel, and let's close out. And everybody, you guys can give your name and your IGs if you guys want to. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys again for coming on. And, thank you guys again for tuning in. It's your boy, I'm Jose Barber. I'm right here with the boy. Let them know who this is.
Well, I just want to say thank you for having us on and hosting
it.
us. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for hosting. It's a dope event.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
We do anniversaries like this, and it's like a quarter of the size. So this is like super dope. So appreciate what you guys do for the community as well. But obviously, you can find us on Instagram just at House of Gains Gym. But importantly, just come check us out. Support 805 businesses, especially all these guys that are here. So keep supporting local. And yeah, just appreciate everybody.
Thank you.
For sure, yeah. Thank you to everyone that showed up so far. It's only 5 p.m. It's already like popping, And then thank you to the team right here, because Mario and I kind of look forward to this, for months. We're like, hey, what are you gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? So shit. I had to throw it on today,
Yeah.
But my personal Instagram was Chubbinator. But I just shitpost on there, so don't follow me on there.
Hey, say it again, bro. What is that?
Chubbinator GHC. But I just shitpost on there, so unless you want to laugh, follow me.
There you go.
Mine, just follow Gordo's Hot Chicken if you guys want to know our food truck's back there. So yeah, just come on by. And I'm Mario, and yeah, thank you for having us.
Hey,
thank you for having us. And thank you, David, too, because David, he always donates to the fundraisers, the school drives, the toy drives, whatever we do. So thank you, David.
Cool. You can follow us at RETOUR Co. on Instagram, and also Alias Dance Fam and DNF Market. But hey, thank you guys again for collaborating, coming through. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.
Let us know if you guys like this, because this is new. This is the first time we did like an open panel, and I know it's like a little weird and stuff, but like we're trying to make this a common thing to highlight local businesses and people who, like, going back to the ethos of the brand. We want to give people a voice, so that's the whole point of this. And let us know in the comments, or how do we do this? Comments?
You can let us know in the comments, and then on Instagram or on YouTube, Capsule Talk. Check it out. Appreciate you guys again, though.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Yep, peace. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, bro.